Hello everyone, welcome back to Kelo Dimag Se presented to you by Dream 11. The last game I picked a squad for MI versus GT, a straightforward equation, but today's game has been a huge challenge. It's been a bit of a difficult task for me to pick a team for tonight, RCB versus KKR at the Chinnaswamy Stadium. This is probably the last home game that RCB will play in this month. They've just got one home game left in the month of May. That'll be after the elections. So I think RCB will be on the road from now on. I think the RCB fans will be looking forward to this game, and so will the players. They want to end this particular leg on a high, and I think RCB have got all the stakes loaded for them. KKR is not coming in with great form. KKR has lost the game against CSK and look a little bit unsettled. They brought in Jason Roy, who batted beautifully in the last game, but has a bit of an injury concern. I don't know if he'll still play the game. So that's the only conundrum for me. If Jason Roy will be fit, I'll pick him in the fantasy team today. But otherwise, it has been a bit of a challenge to pick people from KKR. Because of the in and outs of the team. Shardul also missed out in the last game. Litton played one game. Gurbaz played in the first half. Then Jagadisan came in. It's been a bit of a tough challenge. So I'm going to just leave that one space for Jason Roy and pick a side. And obviously, I'll say Jason Roy will be my substitution. In case he plays, he will come in for who I'll mention that as well. So let's go ahead picking the team. I've gone in with one wicket keeper, 5 batters, two all-rounders, and 3 bowlers. It also has a bit of previous game bonanza between KKR and RCB. The KKR spinners completely ruled the roost and dominated RCB's batters at Eden Gardens. But this game is at RCB, so it's a completely different ball game. And also RCB's fortunes have turned over the last week or so, and KKR's fortunes have plummeted a little bit. So I've gone, like I said, with one keeper. The one keeper is going to be Dinesh Karthik, because I really don't think Litton or Ramanullah Gurbaz are going to play unless Jason Roy misses out. That leaves behind 5 batters, like I said: Virat Kohli, Faf du Plessis, Nitish Rana, Venkatesh Iyer, and Rinku Singh. So this is the area of contemplation for me. In case Jason Roy plays, I would leave out Nitish Rana and play Jason Roy instead of him, because Venkatesh Iyer perennially is coming in as a substitution and is also making runs. KKR are looking towards him to make those volumes of runs for them to set a base. Even if they bat first or bat second, he got 100 earlier in the competition, so can't leave him out. So I have to leave out Nitish Rana and bring in Jason Roy in case Jason Roy plays. Otherwise, Nitish Rana starts. And yeah, the Rinku Singh pretty much covers himself, because Rinku Singh, whenever he walks in, he makes runs. Even against CSK, he got a 50. So can't leave him out. The 3 all-rounders. Initially, I thought I'll play 3 all-rounders with Sunil Narayan, Maxwell, and Andre Russell, but then I had to leave Sunil Narayan for that extra batter in Rinku Singh. Can't leave him out. So I'm going at 2 all-rounders, Glenn Maxwell and Andre Russell. And my 3 bowlers are Harshal Patel, who seems to be back with a bang, had a really good game against us when we played at the Chinnaswamy. And then Mohammad Siraj, everybody's going to pick Mohammad Siraj, so there's no option of leaving him out. And the final bowler is Varun Chakravarti, who had a great game against RCB when they played at Eden. So on that note, I picked up Varun Chakravarti. My captain for the day is Faf du Plessis, and vice captain for the day is Glenn Maxwell. So the things to note here are, it's very easy for people to go for Mohammad Siraj as a vice captain in this game. But the fact that this will be a night game, yes, Mohammad Siraj has been in high quality form, but it's a night game. The night game and day games have been chalk and cheese at RCB. The day games have pretty much been a defense bastion. The scores have not exceeded more than, they haven't gone into the 200s, 170s against Delhi and 180, high 180s against RR. And they were comfortably defended by RCB on both those occasions. The bowlers came into play. However, the night games have been a batsman's paradise. I don't know whether the weather cools down or there's a bit of dew, but largely this IPL dew has been missing. There hasn't been massive dew. There has been dew here and there, but not in most of the games. Dew has evaded and surprised the audience. So for me, those things come into play. Once again, I'll summarize the team. Dinesh Karthik is the only wicket keeper. Virat Kohli, Faf du Plessis, Nitish Rana, Venkatesh Iyer, and Rinku Singh. The only exception here being Nitish Rana out and Jason Roy in if Jason Roy plays. And the 2 all-rounders are Maxwell and Andre Russell. 3 bowlers are Harshal Patel, Mohammad Siraj, and Varun Chakravarti. Captain for the day is the ever-bankable Faf du Plessis, and vice captain for the day is Glenn Maxwell. So that's the team. As always, I would say, take in all the inputs, think about whatever I've had to say, the conditions, the pitch, the batters in form, the previous game, everything, and make your best team. And as always, go with your hunch, go with your instincts. It will never let you down. So all the very best, again, to win on fantasy on Kelo Dimag Se, presented to you by Dream 11.